morning, students. I welcome to my online class. In today's video, I am going to explain about interpretation of topographical maps. In this video, I will explain about maps and their significance, elements of a map, and types of maps. Coming to the first point, maps and their significance. Earth is a huge planet, varied relief features like mountains, plateaus, valleys, rivers, seas, oceans. Due to its enormous size and spherical in shape, it is difficult to view entire Earth on the flat surface. Consequently, it is not possible to represent the Earth on a flat surface. To overcome this problem, models like globe and maps are useful. What is a globe? A globe is a three-dimensional representation of the Earth. It is the only true representation of the Earth, indicating its shape, direction, area, and other features. However, a globe has certain limitations. Due to its limited space, it cannot represent physical features and other characteristics in detail. Therefore, to represent three-dimensional features like mountains, valleys, rivers, seas, oceans, and other geographical phenomena, special techniques are used so that these features can be drawn on a uniform basis. This art and science of mapping is known as cartography. Then what is a map? A map is defined as a representation of the Earth's surface or a part of it showing natural and man-made features drawn to scale, natural, nature itself, like mountains, valleys, hills, etc. Man-made features like railways, buildings, housing, etc. Then, elements of a map. There are 6 basic elements of a map. In that, number 1, title. Title indicates the subject of the map. Scale. Scale denotes the relationship between map distance and the actual ground distance. Directions. It refers to the cardinal directions, that is north, south, east, and west. Conventionally, a map is aligned with the north towards the top. Grid system. It is a network of lines that help in pinpointing the location of a place on a map. Usually, a grid is formed by lines of latitudes and longitudes. Conventional signs. These symbols, conventional symbols, are used to represent different objects such as roads, railways, rivers, canals, mountains, oceans, etc. The last element is key or lessened. It explains the meaning of the symbols that are used in the map. The last topic of today's video is types of maps. On the basis of their size, maps are classified large scale and the small scale maps. Large scale maps are two types: topographical maps, cadastral maps. What are topographical maps? Topographical maps are prepared after a careful and accurate survey of the area. These maps are prepared by the Survey of India and they are drawn on scales of 1:50,000 and 1:25,000. 1:50,000, it means 1 centimeter on the map, which is equal to 50,000 centimeters on the actual ground. Topographical maps are multi-purpose and they show natural features such as hills and rivers and man-made features such as railways, buildings and canals. These maps are very useful for planning, defense, tourism, etc. Cadastral maps. The other type of large scale cadastral maps. Cadastral maps provide complete details of an area such as the boundaries of properties and individual buildings. Cadastral maps are used to demarcate, divide the boundaries of fields and buildings to register the ownership of landed property. Cadastral maps are maintained by the government for public record. Example, administration and realization of taxes. The examples of cadastral maps: revenue maps, settlement maps, village maps and city plan maps. Coming to small scale maps. Two types here: wall maps, atlas maps. Small scale, smaller in scale. These maps are meant to represent a large area that could be viewed at a glance. They show features like railways, roads, physical, political, relief, temperature, population, etc. They are used for display purposes in classrooms and museums. Second type, small scale maps, atlas maps. These maps are drawn on a smaller scale and are used to represent a whole country on a single sheet. Since these maps are drawn on a smaller scale, they give a condensed and generalized picture of different areas of the world. Maps can also be classified on the basis of their purpose and content. 1. Physical maps. 2. Political maps. 3. Thematic maps. Physical maps. These maps provide details about natural features of an area or a country. Political maps, different countries, states, district headquarters. Thematic maps, these maps show a particular feature or theme of the area like vegetation, climate, population density, etc. Thank you.